Allow me to...
Hold on, Sir Ulrich. If you think everything is settled between us, and we're gonna act like nothing happened, then you're mistaken.
Sir?
You were going to have me executed a short while ago. I expect a proper apology.
Then please accept my apology once more, sir. But given the circumstances...
Given the circumstance? What circumstances?
Sir, poaching is a capital offense.
And are you the king? That you can hand down death sentences? No, you are not. What's more, you had plenty of reasons to realize it wasn't a good idea.
Sir, I could not have realized that.
You couldn't have realized? Yes, you could, but then you wouldn't have been able to play the Lord and stage private executions.
Sir, once more, I apologize. And now, please allow me to show you to your quarters.
I wouldn't dream of inconveniencing you. I'll find my quarters by myself. Henry, once you're done with that annoying fool, get your horse and we'll meet at the gate.
Well, it seems Lord Capon will not be requiring my services anymore today.
I think you owe him a proper apology.
I think I've apologized more than enough. Even though I had little reason not to regard him as a poacher. But still, I will try to rectify my error. Nevertheless, welcome to Trotsky, the finest and biggest castle you shall ever see. Rumor has it that the castle was built on the jaws of hell, and that we're sometimes plagued by demons here. But don't believe a word of it. It's just idle talk to excuse the servants' laziness and incompetence. It's demanding and us keeping everything here running smoothly without any of that. It requires a man of exceptional qualities and talents. By the way, this place is a maze for strangers. It's very easy to get lost. The jail cells are down there. But I believe you are already fairly well acquainted with that part of the castle, aren't you? I can understand you are overwhelmed by the magnificence around you.
And that's not all. The dead man had a gold chain around his neck.
Here it is. You'll find a bed inside, opposite the door, and a chest where we put your belongings. You'll find some new clothing there, a little gift from our gracious lord, to ensure you're not mistaken for a beggar again. Once you're settled in and properly dressed, stop by the stable. They're beyond the gate, down the path. Ask for Kabat. He was supposed to prepare a horse and tack for you, or tell him you'll keep your own if you insist. Then he'll give you proper tack at least, so you don't disgrace us.
Thanks. I'm grateful.
As you should be. So, you and I are finished, and I can finally attend to some proper work, so this castle doesn't fall on our heads.
Why are you dragging your heels, Henry? Mount up and let's go. Well, shall we set off for Nebakov? I don't think I could tolerate another day under one roof with that idiot Schomburg.
Ah, fuck him. We're here on account of von Bergow. I have a feeling he won't be giving him a pat on the back either for the way he treated us.
I suppose you're right. But I won't be fucking humiliated. A jump-top tosser like that isn't going to get high-handed with the Lord of Perkstein.
I agree. Although, the Lord of Perkstein can also act pretty haughty at times.
Look, I know I behaved like an idiot, but...
Happens to the best of us. But you can rely on me. Always. We had a disagreement, that's all. Who doesn't sometimes? You're the closest friend I have left.
Thank you, Henry. I really appreciate it. I'm glad to have you as my page. You know, Hanush assigned you to me as a kind of punishment, but now I wouldn't want anyone else by my side. You have my word as a nobleman.
And you have my word as a blacksmith that I'll stand by you. Even if it isn't always easy going.
Then your word must be as firm as steel. But I take my promises seriously too. And since I made a promise to Bajena, we have to repay our debt.
Don't worry about it. I took care of it on behalf of both of us.
You did? My word, Henry. You are a true Bellator. Only half by birth, but your heart is filled with blue blood.
Thanks, Hans.
How is she getting on, actually? I hope she hasn't had any trouble on account of us.
Not on account of us, no. But... well, it's a complicated story. And not a pleasant one.
Jesus. I'm sorry to hear that. But right now, I'm not in the mood for sad stories. You can tell me another time, but now Nebakov awaits us. It's high time we set out so we can get back before nightfall. Carpe diem.
I'm ready.
Let's mount up then. It's nice to be out under the open sky. I was feeling really cramped in those gloomy corridors up there. But I can't deny this is a real fucking castle. I've never seen anything like it before. Perkstein is just a little fortress in comparison. Von Bergow certainly knows how to make an impression.
That's true. Von Bergow must be loaded.
I expect the office of the Royal Chamberlain is a nice earner. Or maybe he shits gold ingots. Fuck. This place makes me feel queasy. Memento mori. I could have croaked here and gone off to join my old man in eternity. God rest his soul. And he'd ask me, "So, son, what great deeds have you achieved in life?" And I'd have to tell him, "Well, Pa, I fucked everything up royally, and then they hanged me for poaching." Christ on a stick. I can't have that. When I go to the next life, I need to have something better to tell. A whole lot better.
Well, you'll be telling him how you put a stop to the war in the land, saved King Wenceslas, and brought peace to the people.
That doesn't sound too shabby. Only how to actually achieve it.
So, we're here. What now, Sir Hans?
Now, I expect someone will come to greet us. And hopefully not like they did in Trotsky.
Hey, so Jaromier don't receive visitors. You'll have to leave.
I beg your pardon. See to it that he receives me immediately.
Can't be done. Sorry about that.
I am Sir Hans Capon of Lipa, and I am here with a message from Lord von Bergow. So get to it. And if you keep me waiting here much longer, you'll be sorry.
Please be patient for a while, sir.
My word. You got a sharp tongue sometimes. But what if he won't receive us?
He will. Just wait and see.
Come along. Sir Jaromier will be here any moment.
See?
The Lord Jesus Christ be praised.
Forever and ever.
Please excuse our precautions, gentlemen. These are evil times. Well then, Jaromier of Nebakov, at your service. And whom do I have the honor of welcoming to my humble seat?
Sir Hans Capon of Perkstein. I am honored, Sir Jaromir. Sir Otto von Bergow asked me to convey to you his cordial greetings, and to parley with you in the matter of the security of this domain.
Certainly, certainly. These are troubled times indeed. Please accept my hospitality, sir. You're surely thirsty after your journey, and you'll have greater comfort in the tower.
An excellent idea. If I may ask that our horses may not be neglected either.
Pelzel, you heard his lordship.
But I've already got 15 animals to deal with. Why doesn't Hurtle do it?
Hurtle has other duties. Stop griping and get to it.
15 horses! My word, sir. You must be doing all right for yourself.
Not entirely. But fortune smiled on me for once at least.
On me too, one could say. I suppose she's doing the rounds in these parts. So, tell me, sir, how did you achieve what you have?
Well, it's a long, complicated story. But I'm guessing von Bergow didn't send you here to find out how well off I am. Or did he?
No, he didn't. I apologize, Sir Jaromier. So, let's proceed to the real reason he sent us. Henry, be prepared. I won't keep Sir Jaromier very long.
Certainly.
Michael, you take Henry here under your wing and make sure he's well taken care of.
Certainly. Henry, eh? Michael's my name, and I welcome you to our little place. It's not the fanciest fortress ever, but you know, I like it here. It serves us well. How was your journey? All good?
Aye. Lovely country. A feast for the eyes.
Well, that's nice to hear, especially from someone from far-off parts. But I must say, my throat is dry. And maybe yours too, eh? Come along with me. We'll soon fix that. I'll make you feel at home and we can have a chat. As I said, the fortress may be small, but the work never stops. Right now, we're repairing the fortifications down there, so don't get under the lad's feet. But you can drop in on Pelzel and check how he's looking after your horses. We're rolling some dice, eh? We've got none of guesswork, so don't all be shy. Invite him to play if he finds himself at a loose end. At least he'll show you how your betters play.
Right you are, Michael. You can rely on me.
And you, Ertl, have you got shit for brains? You've got a guess, for fuck's sake.
I'm sorry, Michael. I didn't know.
Shut your gob and attend to your duties.
Right, I'm going.
So you've heard then.
May
I hope
God
you won't
give you
disappoint
health,
Svert
sir.
and pass some time with him.
I'd love to have a game.
Glad to hear it. You're a good lad. I can tell just by looking at you. Zwerk has some polished badges. I'm sure he'd love to take a look at yours. You'll find him over there at the table. He's there pretty much all day. I'll keep telling him. Your arse will wear a hole down there one day, and you'll fall down in it. Dice and all. But now to the important business. There's a bite to eat on the table and something to wash it down with, so help yourself. And I'll be happy to chew the fat. I'm sure you've got loads of stories. I heard Lord von Bergow himself sent you. So, what has he sent you with?
That's for their lordships to know. Not me.
Aye. No one tells us commoners anything. Typical lords. But you must have heard something. You know how it goes. You've got ears, ain't you?
I've got ears, but I don't crouch at keyholes.
All right, I didn't mean to offend you. Tell me one thing, though. Why didn't von Bergow send one of his own instead of some Lord of Pirkstein and his escort?
Well, I suppose he wanted to show respect to Lord Jaromier. So he didn't send just anyone.
Ah, the way of the nobles. Not something I know much about, but you do, it seems. So your master, Lord Capon of Pirkstein, is somehow significant.
One of the most significant in the Kingdom of Bohemia.
Well, you're lucky you're with him. Look who I'm serving. And you're his, what, page, servant?
His escort. I give advice when he asks for it. But mostly I take care of his security.
Fair enough. I get it. I used to travel with Lord Jaromier, but he barely travels these days, so I don't get out much.
Lord Capon is always getting up to something.
Well, I envy you a bit. But hey, we've had a nice chat. And since you're here, what would you say to a bit of a friendly duel? You've got time to kill, and me too. Let's do something to shorten it. We can do something dignified. We'll clash arms for the glory of our masters. You for yours, me for mine.
I accept your offer. I'd fight for Lord Capon any time and any place.
Then you're the right man in the right place. Get your kit ready, and we can get stuck in.
don't want to pry, Michael, but Sir Jaromier said he had some luck with horses. That sounds interesting.
Nothing interesting about it. His lordship's affairs are a long story, and a dull one at that.
Well, if there's one thing Lord Capon taught me, it's that noblemen's affairs are never dull.
If you insist, well, you're in for a disappointment. There's nothing interesting about it. Sir Jaromier had these relatives, and they died, God rest their souls. And his lordship inherited some land, but they couldn't give it to him or something, so they gave him horses instead, to make up the amount owed. See? Complicated and dull, but all above board.
You were right. That's nobleman's business for you.
Just so.
Let's do it, Michael.
You don't have to ask twice. We've got some blunt old weapons for practice here, so we'll use them. We don't want to hack each other to pieces, do we?
That's sensible.
We'll do it in the little courtyard behind the gate. Tell me what weapon you want, and we'll get cracking.
Some sword will do.
A choice fitting for a nobleman. Give me a moment. I'll put my gear on. Well then. Ready? Kurwa! I'm wounded! Kurwa! You gave me a walloping. Mercy!
A good fight. An honourable.
Yeah, I'd say. I haven't had such a good stretch in a long time.
Lord Capon's honour has been defended.
Ha! That it has. Didn't expect you to take me down like that. All honour to you, Henry. Here you go. Something to remember Nebakov by on your journeys with Sir Capon. You won fair and square. If you're feeling a bit sore, go and see Clara. She'll be in that house beneath the smithy beyond the gate, I reckon. She'll be happy if you show her where it hurts. I might have said this already, but if you've got nothing on your plate, you can have a game of dice's work, or try Pelzel in the stables. I'm sure he'd love to show you how we hold races to pass the time. And if you want to train some other battle skills, you can practice archery with Mark. I reckon you'll find him on the gate.
It's nice to meet someone from the trade. I'm also a blacksmith.
Is that so? Good lord, I wouldn't have expected that. You must have had a slice of luck to be hanging out with nobles. Me and my brother wanted to get out of the smithing trade, but something always brought us back. I'm Steer. Pleased to meet you, sir.
Henry. How's trade? The plates here. Is that your work?
Well, I wish. If I could make stuff like that, me and my brother wouldn't be stuck here. We just keep it in good nick. Mend it when the lads get it beat up, which they do all the time.
Tell me about it. I've straightened bent nails and knives and saws till I couldn't see straight. Folks don't take care of things, and then they're surprised.
You took the words out of my mouth. Then it's work from dawn to dusk, day in, day out. And if you saw the work waiting for me down below and in the tower, no end to it.
Hold on. I'll go down there and help you out. The work will go faster with an extra pair of hands.
No, don't go anywhere. What I mean is, thanks for the offer. But we can't have a guest working here, can we? Besides, you get in the way down there. They're working on the fortifications. Better go and play dice with Twerk or something. Make the most of your free time till your lord gets back.
All right. Whatever you say. I just wanted to help.
Oh, I know you did. But I can manage by myself. Really. Let's leave it at that.
You said you have a brother.
Aye, they call him Bull. The poor bloke tries hard enough, but he ain't got the knack. so he just helps out where he can. Or he does any work that's needed. He's working below on the fortification repairs right now. He'd be better off learning a different trade. But times is hard. This way, at least we're together. That's the main thing. Have you got anyone next to you on life's journey?
I have my lord, and that's all I need.
I understand. I wouldn't mind being a noble's retainer myself. What's he like, actually?
Brave and just. Everything a knight should be. Every day I learn something new in his service.
He's got you well trained.
And what's your lord like?
My lord doesn't like it when folks talk about him behind his back. Better leave it at that. I reckon it's time I got back to work.
Well, I never. The great warrior himself has come to visit. I can't remember the last time anyone beat Michael. You didn't hold back.
Well, you didn't make it easy. And that's good. I don't like fighting with wretches who haven't a chance in hell.
It's a shame there aren't more like you. Now, let's have a look. What kind of hosts would we be if I sent you back to your lord in that state?
Oh, thanks. Well, I certainly can't refuse care from a lovely lass like yourself.
Well, I've done what I could. Better now?
Aye. Much better. Thanks a lot.
I'm glad. Will you tell me who you are?
Henry. Lord Capon's retainer. We're on a mission from Lord von Bergow.
Oh, I'm Clara. Nice to meet you, Sir Knight.
My sword is at your service, miss.
Blimey! No one's ever said anything like that to me before. But it's not your sword I need so much as your legs.
My legs?
I have to go and get fresh herbs for our sick folks. It's not far, but I'll be grateful for an escort and protector. And if you tell me about your chivalrous deeds, it'll shorten the time.
I'll be happy to. At least I'll get to explore the Nebakov surroundings.
The countryside's pretty round here, but it won't be a long walk. I'll just pick some herbs in the glade. Shall we go?
Ah, Christ!
Our little fortress doesn't impress you much, I suppose. You must be used to real castles. Actually, that's why I'm so pleased you're here. A bit of excitement at last. Tell me more about knights. Or better still, about yourself. Where have you been? What have you seen?
Now that you mention castles, I conquered one once. The enemy took it by a ruse, and we couldn't let that go unanswered. We answered ruse with ruse. On a dark night, we scaled the ramparts to open the gate from inside.
That sounds clever.
Aye, but they discovered us, and we had to withdraw under fire.
A good thing too. At least you lived to tell the tale. Tell me more, please.
Once, I was on the trail of this scoundrel, but the sly fox hid in the cloisters of Sasau Monastery. So I had to become a novice to track him down.
Good heavens! So you're actually a monk?
No. I entered the monastery under a false name, but I haven't really looked into how the whole thing works.
Better have fun while you can then, before the abbot drags you back in, so you don't have any regrets. Thank you for telling me your stories. It's nothing like my life. I just patch up the lads when they come back cut up and bruised, like last time. But I have other talents too. This really is a lovely spot. If it was up to me, I'd just lie down in the grass and take it easy. But I can't.
Why not?
I have to gather herbs to treat the wounded. When the ointments and concoctions run out, they reach for the liquor, and if his lordship found out I was dawdling, he'd have my guts for garters.
Does Sir Jaromier treat you badly?
Not at all. He's a good master, but strict, I can't lie. Still, now you're here, you can help me with those herbs. Then maybe we'll find a moment.
For dawdling? I can.
Maybe I'll tell you some stories in return.
I know quite a bit about herbs, I think. So just tell me what's wrong with your lads, and I'll come up with a remedy.
Really? So tell me how to treat fever, say, or shortness of breath.
In that case, you'll need sage and chamomile, maybe some poppy or marigold, am I right?
Aye, exactly right. I've got enough chamomile. It's the rest I need. Above all, the marigold. Since you know all about it, you'll be back in a jiffy, won't you? It all grows in the glade here, but sometimes it takes a while to find.
I think I'll manage. I've got everything.
Wonderful. Thanks a lot. You've really helped me out.
You promised you'd tell me something.
I will, don't worry. But first I want to show you something. Hurry!
Now tell me what's so important that you couldn't tell me back there in the glade.
I wanted to give you a riddle.
A riddle? Why?
You'll know soon enough. Now listen, I bloom in silence, a petal's grace, a delicate charm in a hidden place, a whispered scent, a subtle ploy. What am I, elusive and coy? Solve this riddle, unlock the joy.
The only petal I see here is called Clara.
The right answer. And now for your reward.
Yours on any other day. Go and see the priest first. If he says it's all right, I'll be...
Lovely horses you have here.
Aye, right beauties, ain't they?
There must be more of them than men in the fortress. That many horses must have cost a fortune.
That's right. Sir Jaromier had a stroke of luck.
What stroke of luck was that?
Look, this is noble's business. I shouldn't go flapping my lips about it.
So there is something dodgy about it, eh?
Bollocks! It's all above board, especially our horses. Why not do something for your own lord's honour instead of insulting my lord's honour? We sometimes have this little race. You've got a horse, so you can show us your riding skills, eh?
Don't try that on me. My pa was a blacksmith, so I had horseshoes and hooves in my hand before I could walk. And I've met enough horse folk to know you shouldn't trust them further than you can throw them.
What do you mean?
The horses. Where did Lord Nebak get them?
All right, if you insist. Well, lucky for him, but not so lucky for others. We came across a bunch of them bandits who prey on folk here. We tore into them and hacked them to pieces. A couple of our lads didn't make it. God rest their souls. But we kicked their asses, and we took their horses. They had loads of them. Who knows where they got them, but that's by the by now.
Hold on. Michael said something different. He said Sir Jaromier inherited them from some deceased relatives.
Oh, aye, that's right. Aye, that was it. We took some horses from the bandits, and Sir Jaromier, got the others from his kin. Aye, that's how it was.
Right. I see. Take good care of those horses, then.
I will. And you, sir. Maybe I mentioned it before, but if you're at a loose end, the horses need to stretch their legs a bit. You could help us out. Just a little race around the area. It would do the horses good. And you, too. And if you managed to beat our lad, you wouldn't go away empty-handed.
Good ride. Great race. Is Hurtle really your best horseman?
He certainly is. But you're a different class altogether, I see. You beat Hurtle, so, like I promised, the saddle is yours.
The pleasure is all mine.
If you're so delighted, race again. You're always welcome here, noble sir.
Hey, sir, got a moment? I'm going into the woods to collect dead wood, if you know what I mean.
Aye. Dead wood for kindling. You can never have enough of that. The nights can be cold, can't they? Very wise.
Hey, sir, hear me out, please.
All right. I'm all ears.
It's a good thing you're here, sir. You ain't local, are you? I've never seen you or the other gent who came with you.
That's right. We're not from round here. We came to see Sir Jaromier on Lord von Bergow's business.
That's just it. I ain't seen Sir Jaromier in ages. Them new men-at-arms are in charge now. They told us they're Sir Jaromier's friends guarding the fortress against the bandits in these parts. But there aren't half a lot of them, sir. Day and night they come and go, and there never was that many men-at-arms here, long as I can remember. Oh, shit. I think some guards are coming this way. They mustn't see me, otherwise I'll be for it. Mark my words, sir. Something ain't right here.
Huh? I heard something suspicious here. It would never have occurred to me that it was you, sir. You shouldn't be creeping through the undergrowth like that. Someone might mistake you for a hare and shoot you. And that would be most unfortunate.
No, I'm perfectly all right. And I don't like people creeping up on me. On your way.
You're an honored guest. You shouldn't be creeping through the undergrowth like some wild boar. All your needs will be taken care of in the fortress, as hospitality demands.
Hey, sir, I'm sorry, but I have to ask you not to go any further. I'm sure they'll take good care of you up in the fortress.
Why can't I go there, if you don't mind me asking?
Because there's work going on there, sir. Repairing the fortifications, cutting wood, sharpening stakes. It's like an anthill there. Nothing worth seeing, if you ask me. You get in the lad's way, and God forbid you might have an unfortunate accident. I can't let that happen. I'm sure you understand.
All right. I understand.
Thanks for being so understanding, sir.
I expect these are the chambers of the Lord of the Castle, where he's receiving Sir Hans. I shouldn't disturb them. Military equipment? That must have cost a fortune. There's enough here for a small army.
I've got this pretty pilgrim's badge. You ain't chicken.
God be with you. Keep the peace, and we'll stay friends. Well, fuck me sideways. You ride like you've got hellhounds on your tail. All credit to you. I wouldn't say no to a rematch. Pelzel will be happy to get everything ready.
Sir Jaromir's looking for you.
Huh? What does he want?
Something to do with horses. He says that's your forte.
Fucking hell. Pelzel's cocked up again, and it's up to me to put it right. As usual.
What do you want now? You've already taken everything I have. Sooner or later, Otto von Bergow will find out the truth and have you all hanged, believe you me.
Hold on. You've got me mixed up with someone. It was Lord von Bergow who sent me here.
What? If you're not one of those cutthroats, what are you doing here?
I swear by all that's holy, I came from Trotsky on a mission from Lord von Bergow.
Thank God. Fortune smiles on me. I'm Jaromier Nebak. You gallop back to Trotsky and tell Sir Otto that bandits have seized the fortress and are holding me captive. Tell him to bring an army and put an end to their mischief.
I'll tell Lord von Bergow everything. You can depend on me, sir.
God bless you. Now go.
I can't go straight away. I have to wait till my lord's meeting is over. Otherwise it would be suspicious.
For God's sake, at least get your horses ready then, so you can leave at once. God be with you.
Your turn.
It's a good thing you
My
come.
God,
We're all
why?
finished here.
Why do
Now
I
back to
even
Trotsky.
play?
Time to get back to the
Kurva,
saddle.
to hell with the coin. But that was a...
Excellent! My favorite retainer and protector just when I need him. The mission is fulfilled. It was a good meeting. In fact, we had a nice long chat. Sir Jaromir is a pleasant fellow, and he promised to send some men to help Lord von Bergow, of course. So we got what we came for. What about you? Did you have fun?
Fucking hell, Hans. You can be glad you're alive.
Is there something wrong?
You bet there is. The whole fortress has been taken over by bandits. They attacked it and took Sir Jaromir prisoner. They're pretending to be his garrison. And you didn't speak to Nebak, but to their chief. Thank Christ they didn't take you prisoner as well.
What?
I found the real Nebak in jail. I swear to God it's all true. We have to disappear as quickly as possible, before they take us captive as well.
Oh, shit! Well, then we better leave right now. You can explain it properly on the way. This place again. Oh, it makes my blood run cold. But it's good we're back safe. I was somewhat afraid they might send someone after us. Especially after what you said on the way about Sir Jaromier being a prisoner. It was clever of you to sniff out the deception, Henry. I'll take my hat off to you. Lord von Bergow must be informed.
Of course. Let's see him at once.
Welcome back, Sir Hans. Henry?
Greetings, sir.
I'm glad you got back safe and sound. Now let's get down to business. Lord Capon, what news do you bring from Sir Jaromier? How many of his men can I count on?
None, my lord. The situation is worse than you can imagine. Nebakov Fortress has been taken over by bandits, and Sir Jaromier is their prisoner.
What?
Their leader posed as Sir Jaromier. While I negotiated with him, Henry found out the truth.
Sir Jaromier urgently requests that you send a force to Nebakov and free him.
I will, of course. The news might actually be better than it seems. At last, we know where to strike. They thought they would gain a foothold, but instead they walked into a trap. Nebakov will be easy to besiege. We will set out when we have enough men mustered. That heap of sticks will not last a day against my knights.
You can count on us, sir.
I should hope so. I'm sure young Lord Capon is eager to demonstrate his valor in the field. And just maybe, Henry, you will win your knight's spurs.
We will support you in the field, of course. But before we take the fortress, I'm very keen to finish the business we came about.
There will be time enough for that. There are several loose ends to tidy up before we attack Nebakov. You have proved yourselves most capable. So I will let you take care of it. We caught one of those bastards who ambushed us.
What? How?
A stroke of luck, more than anything. He's under lock and key down in the dungeons.
And? Did you get anything out of him, sir?
It turns out he's a tough nut to crack. My men haven't yet got a word out of him.
What about torture, sir?
That is just it. The men are superstitious. They say unclean work fits only for an executioner, and it seems we don't have one here. So they just beat him a little. But a bastard certainly knows how to hold his tongue.
Damn!
I thought you might also be interested in what he knows. He's most likely from the same band that attacked you. I don't know what you think about such superstitions, Lord Capon. But if you want to try and get something out of him, I will not hold you back. If he doesn't sing, he is of no use to us anyway. We need to know who he is in league with. Because it is not possible that they could evade us for so long without local support.
That's an offer that's hard to resist, Sir Otto. I've a whole list of questions for that scoundrel, and superstitions mean nothing to me.
All the instruments you need are right there. Make him regret the day he took up arms against us.
I'm surprised how tender-hearted your men are. Especially after what that band did to you and your captain. But I haven't forgotten. We'll get it out of him. The hard way, if need be.
I'm glad to hear it. You have already surprised me once or twice. So I'm interested to see if you can do it again. And if not, I shall just hang the bastard. As a warning to the others. Nevertheless, while we are dealing with nuisances, did you notice anything suspicious on my estate while I was away? Something that might put us on the trail of those scoundrels, say.
I'm afraid I can't help you there, sir. While you were away, I spent my time, hunting. And after that, I was a guest in your cellars.
That's true. And you, Henry?
I don't know of anything that should concern you, sir.
Ah. Very well. Now, to more pleasant business. My personal bodyguard, Lord Bartosz, also known as Black Bartosz, came back from Prague with me. An outstanding swordsman, among other things. So if you want to take your mind off things or fancy some training, as my esteemed guest, he will be at your service. You will most likely find him at the sword-fighting arena in the outer fortifications. For you, Henry, he will have a gift from my personal armory as a token of my gratitude for your services.
Thank you, sir.